Man, those gray hairs are coming in. Need to spray paint them grays, baby. I'm just kidding. What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. So today, we're gonna be changing brakes on my 2015 Nissan Armada. Easy thing to do, changing brakes. So I figured, why not make a video? That's what we go. Let's get it. So I want to find the metal framing for the vehicle. And as you can see, the metal framing for the vehicle is right here. Vehicle frame. So that's where I want to put my jack at, so I can jack this car up, and so I have the support needed that the car doesn't fall back on me or I do any damage to the car. Alright, so with one of these types of jacks, as you can see, it has a little spindle gear here. If I turn the handle like so, the gear turns, right? So if I turn it all the way to the left, it loosens up the jack, releasing the pressure so that the car can drop. And all the way to the right is tightening it up, the hydraulic pump, so that I can pump the truck up and the jack stays pumped up. But once it's time to release the jack, bring the truck down, spin it to the left, hydraulics release, well, not actually the fluid, but the pressure is released so that the truck can fall back down. Oh no! Oh! All right, guys, now you're under the truck. Under the truck. So as you can see, I got my jack in place. I'm gonna start jacking this bad boy up. All right, so now that I'm closer to the frame, I just want to make sure my jack is in position to rest, to lift the truck up on the truck frame, as I mentioned before. And then, time to raise it up. Alright, so tires off the ground enough, jack's stable. Now it's time to put the jack stands in, so to give some extra support on the truck, just in the event that the jack gives out and I'm under it. But I'm not going to be under it, just to keep the truck up. It's a big truck, so I like to use two. All right, so now it's time to take off the tires. All right, family, now it's time for the fun part, changing the actual brakes, which is pretty simple. Contrary to popular belief, I would say the average brake caliper, it's only 2 bolts to take out, and that's it. You pull those 2 bolts out, pull the caliper off, take the brake pads out, replace them with the new ones. Well, after you take the brake pads out, you have to use a tool to open the caliper up to take some of that pressure off, so that you can put the new brake pads on, and then put that brake caliper back on the rotors, which I'm going to show you. But this is a tool that I was talking about. It releases the pressure, or takes some of the pressure off brake caliper. I think I got this on Amazon for like 10 bucks, maybe $8. Yeah, really simple tool. Had it for a couple years and still going strong. So, like I was saying, this is the rotors. Bang, bang, bang. And this is my brake pad here. As you can see, they are wearing down and starting to make some squealing noise, which is the indicator that it is time to get changed usually. And then this big hunk of metal itself is the actual caliper. And here is bolt number 1, and bolt number 2 is right there. Bang, bang, bang. That's bolt number 2. So, got my tool, my snap-on from Duralast. I think this is 716. I'm not sure what size this is, but this is all you need. This and that other tool I had as far as taking the calipers and changing the brakes. That's it. There's the caliper off, and there's my crusty brake pads. Now wait a minute. And here's the new brake pads. As you can see, these things are, oh, those are horrible. I'm ashamed to have these on video, but whatever, it's life. So let's change these out. All right, so should be fairly simple to just pull this out. As you can see, this here pops out. I need that to stay in to use the caliper tool that I got to apply pressure to push this solenoid back into the caliper. But I need this one to come out. This one I believe is some grooves, but since it's kind of rusty, I might need to tap it a little bit. Well, this one right here, since it's kind of rusty, I'm gonna have to tap these pins out a little bit, and it should have some grooves in here. Let me see if I can pop it out. Nope. Wait. Oh. Kind of hard holding the camera at the same time. There we go. All right, so I'm about to put this camera down, push this forward. Let me see. Oh, it's got up. Come on. You disrespectful brake pad. That's one hand. Alright, I gotta put this down. Take this. Alright, so here it is. I had to push this out as you saw earlier and then pry this up. And then all you do is once you do that, it's ready to come out. I think. Maybe I spoke too soon. I'll show you the grooves that are keeping this in place. Hold on. There you go. While holding the camera. So those pins are right there, not pins, but these bad boys, the grooves here, were keeping this in place in those holes. So I had to push them out of here, and then pull them up. And now they're out. Now, still holding the camera, I'll take my little caliper tool. Wait, I'll open it up. Put this bad boy on here. Get him. Take out some more. There we go. Down. Good. It's in there. So let's release this bad boy here. Easy day. Take you out. One of my new ones. Here we go. Well, let's put the back one in first. So I do it. Now, probably asking, how do you know which way this goes in? That goes towards the rotor. See? You can't have it like this. doesn't work. To go align with the rotor. So that's how I know when I put the caliper back on, it has to be that way. Push that back in. And we're good. Where's the front? Oh, wrong way. It's on. It's in there like swimwear. Oh, sorry. Alright. Man. I don't know how much this would have cost me. Oh, there we go. Let me see here. Alright, anyway. So then it goes on like that. It's ready to go. I just gotta align it with the back, and it's kind of hard doing it with the camera in my hand, but she's ready to go. Alright. Okay, so anyway. Okay, so this is something that's pretty important. These right here, where the two bolts are kept, they move. And to have clearance for them to come back on here, if you're just pushing it on, you're gonna run into where the bolt's supposed to screw into, right here, this metal piece. So you have to pull this back on the bottom and the top to be able to get the caliper back on. Like so. Back. Bam. And then the calipers are in place. Brake pads are good. Safety here, the clip, preventing them from popping out. Now you just have to put the bolts back on. One. And the bottom one. And then we screw them back on. That's it. Alright, so I'm getting these back on. They don't have to be like Hercules tight, but you want to make sure that they're on there. And then the bottom one down there somewhere. There you go. That's all she wrote. Brakes are changed. Saved myself $. Yeah, now it's got to put the tire back on and do the other side.